is Edcom? Edcom is a congressional commission on education to review and assess Philippine education. It was created by a joint resolution of the 8th Philippine Congress in June 17, 1990. Members of Edcom: 5 congressmen, 5 senators, chairman headed by Senate, co-chairman from the House, technical secretary, and 3 panel of consultants. Edcom Report of 1991. The report assessed the scenario of education in the Philippines. This is considered as a contemporary assessment that also studied the future direction of education setup in the country, thus marking the Fifth Republic as one of the milestones of the Philippine education. Edcom findings. In 1991, Philippines is said to have the most expanded school system in the world, covering up to 97.78% participation rate in elementary level. It is said that the Philippines is close to the attainment of universal elementary education. On the other hand, Philippines scored 89% literacy rate, though its functional literacy show only 73%. Too little investment in education. The government is not expending enough for education as compared with other Asian countries. Only 1.3% of the GDP is allotted to the education sector. Today, there's an improvement to the allocation of budget to the education. According to Rappler, NEP or National Expenditure Program, the budget 3.757 trillion, in which the education have an amount of 659.3 billion. Disparities in access in education. The educational institutions favor the rich and the high-income families. Whether formal or non-formal, there is a high percentage of incomplete primary and elementary school in the depressed regions. Today, we have an equal education in student. We have a free education in elementary, high school, and other state university so that anyone can learn and go to school. Low achievement. Pupils on average learn only 55% or even less of what must be learned. On the other hand, rich and high-income families got higher achievement records. Today, student-centered learning for all students to achieve SMART component or specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, time-bound. High dropout rate in less developed communities. Dropout rates in elementary and secondary school are highest in rural and less developed communities and among poor students. But today, government allocates budget in order to sustain and prevent student dropouts in elementary and secondary school. They also have a voucher in which a student can use it to continue his/her study. Schooling length and class interruptions, less quality. Disruption in irregular class schedules and length of school year correlates with less learning and less quality. Some of the universities and colleges already implement change of the school calendar from June to August in order to class interruptions and dismissals. Inadequate science and technology. Science and technology, including modern innovations, are inadequate or if not unsuited to classroom instruction. But today, science and technology innovation is now used and it's mandatory for teachers to improve learning of the student. Ineffective values education. Values education in school is lacking and ineffective. But today, values education is already taught in every subject and can be learned inside the classroom with their class advisors. Bilingual education affects learning. The use of Filipino and English as mode of instruction distress the quality of learning. But today, in elementary education, mother tongue and native language like Ilocano, Pangasinense are used for students in school in order for them to absorb more knowledge and learning inside the school according to SEC number 4D. Manpower mismatch. Incompatibility in supply and demand for educated and trained manpower is seen. Sad to say, but nothing has changed in a decade. Incompetent training and instruction. Inadequacy of trained and effective teachers was shown. Graduate studies are mediocre, limited, and underdeveloped. Today, in order to teach in public school, every teacher must pass the LET examinations. In college and universities, one must need is a master's degree in order to be permanent. In the universities, slight increase in the number of higher education faculty holding a high degrees. The percentage of instructors with a master's and doctorate degree grew from 38.87% and 11.09% in 2010, respectively to 40.34 and 12.62% in 2015.